U.S. President Barack Obama and Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe are due to meet to discuss a significant trade deal for the Pacific Rim. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, agreement is aimed at liberalizing markets in 12 countries, and the U.S. and Japan are among the biggest players. The discussion comes amid a week-long state visit to Washington by Mr. Abe. Earlier in the visit, the two leaders agreed on new guidelines on the two countries' defense cooperation. The TPP is poised to be the world's largest ever free trade deal, and estimates suggest the proposed deal could cover up to 40% of global trade. Besides the US and Japan, other countries involved in the deal are Brunei, Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, Chile, and Peru. The deal has been in the making for about a decade. Both leaders have advocated for the partnership, arguing that freer trade will benefit their economies, but critics in their respective countries fear that jobs and certain industries will be made more vulnerable. Mr. Obama is seeking Congress's guarantee to fast-track approval for the deal. Air base relocation. Both countries also recently agreed on new defense guidelines which clarify the U.S. commitments to Japan's security. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said the U.S. commitment to Japan remained ironclad and covered all territories under Tokyo's administration, including islands in the East China Sea which Beijing also claims. The new guidelines also build on Japan's resolution last year to reinterpret its pacifist constitution and take on a more assertive military role, allowing Japan to defend the U.S. and other allies. Japanese television network NHK said Mr. Abe is expected to discuss those guidelines with Mr. Obama on Tuesday, as well as the controversial relocation of the Futenma U.S. Air Base in Okinawa. The central government is currently in a standoff with local government on plans to shift the Futenma Air Base from a highly congested part of Okinawa to Nago, in the north of the island. Residents fear damage to environment and associate U.S. camps with accidents and crime. But Mr. Abe is expected to say that Japan will go ahead with the relocation and ask for U.S. cooperation in easing the local burden of hosting U.S. troops, said NHK. On Tuesday, Japanese police said they were investigating a possible attack on another U.S. air base near Tokyo. Residents reported hearing explosions near Camp Zama and police found pipes and projectiles in a nearby field. No injuries were reported.